Evening pootube, hope everyone's good. Now, today's been quite an interesting day for pootube. You've had Cat Shagger go all the way to Preston to confront Luke or whatever. I mean, he didn't tell him it was going to be there or anything like that, he just thought he'd go there. I guess after his failed attempts of pretending he was there previously or whatever, he thought he'd actually go the extra mile and go to Preston to confront Luke and show him up in his own hometown by sitting in his local park or whatever. Now, everybody knows that Luke would be in work at that time or whatever anyway, so it was hollow from the moment he set off to do that, and he knew that full well. Why didn't you go over the weekend or something, Cat Shagger? Funny as fuck. Now, he obviously didn't anticipate that Luke would get a message and then be able to know where he is, sat in what park, whatever. And to Luke's credit, he knew where he was or whatever, and he's took time out of work, come out of work to come and confront this little Cat Shagger. Now, I have put the video together and I've been fair. I've put both sides out. I've put Luke's out, I've put Cat Shagger's out. It draws the same conclusion, if we're honest. Cat Shagger, you got shown up. You got shown up big time. You're showing everybody what a little turd that you are. That you just all mouth about, oh, I'm a fucking kickboxer. Now, all you have to do is look on the comments of the video that I put out with both sides or whatever. People have drawn their own conclusions. People can see exactly what went on and who is the little shitbag now. It's one of them. I don't think Luke would have done himself any justice by banging that little cunt out. I don't think it would have done him any justice whatsoever. And obviously he had to go back to work. You don't want to be going back to work covered in some cunt's blood. So yeah, massive respect to Luke, the way he handled that. I think he did just enough, if I'm honest. And Cat Shagger, if you did have any credibility, which you didn't anyway, then you destroyed it yourself, hadn't you, realistically? And then saying, oh, let's do it again. Take two. No, I don't think so. You've already shown yourself up enough. I think you should pack it in now while you're behind and leave it as that. Stop pretending that you're black for a start. That, what's his name? I can never pronounce it. Tommy Salamori or whatever. He's adopted that. He's like a big fan of that show or whatever, and he's adopted all the sayings and all this whatever. He acts like he's some American black gangster or whatever, this little Cat Shagger. You're just not, you know what I mean? You probably do boxer size or something with all the girls and the fucking whatever, but yeah, you're not big, you're not bad, you're a dickhead, you got shown up, that's the end of that. Box off, move forward. So after watching that, I was already like pissing my sides anyway. And then Jupiter has done a live today, and I have shared it, and Ghost has put a comment on the post that I've shared or whatever, or why is it like a thumbs up to Jupiter sort of thing or whatever. She knew at the time and she remixed it, and then she's done the same again and she'll do the same in the future. Watch this space. Well, if she does Ghost, that's up to Jupiter, isn't it? And that would only destroy her self-worth and credibility. So it won't make or break my day sharing a post, will it? So moving forward from that, Jupiter's done a live and she's called out Moon. She believes now that Moon is a hope not hate agent. and all this. I think Jupiter said she's gonna unblock my Den account or whatever, which would be nice, because at the end of the day, I've not said or done anything bad or vile or whatever. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people have, but I haven't. There's one thing I don't do is cross fucking lines or whatever. I don't go over the line. I don't whatever. All I've ever done is speak on what I can see as problematic, and with people at the time being pulled into the mix, like Danny Roscoe and whatever, I was obviously going to speak up. I was obviously going to point out what was relevant to the situation. And bear in mind, Danny Roscoe had interventions from Prevent or whatever. It seemed relevant, obviously. I think anybody looking back now can see that Moon didn't just say it, but she actually went ahead and did it. Now, anybody that trusts Moon in the near future or the distant future must be fucking stupid or something. And that includes everybody. Easy, I don't know what the deal is with you, with the Moon situation or whatever. I hope, with all the time that you've had away, and the live that Jupiter just put out today should clear up any issues that you may have. Hope it would flush out any, what would we call it, mislaid loyalties to somebody like Moon, because it's one of them. You can't really be all about supporting Tommy and whatever, and then having the hope not hate fucking snitches, the hope not hate rat informers around your channel. But that's up to you, do you know what I mean? Everyone's going to do what they're going to do. Everyone chooses their own path. Now, I'm still waiting on a conversation that myself and Easy had or whatever. Whether that'll come through, I don't know. We'll see. We covered a lot of bases. I think it was a good conversation. It would be nice to air it, because I think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. Not many people are about at that time. So I have been given one off Triller. I think ours again was quite late in the night or whatever, so a lot of people wouldn't have heard that. Massive respect to Triller for giving me that, rather than me having to edit my kids out of an hour and 17 minutes or whatever. And if the kids have come up and down and stuff like that and whatever into the room that I have or whatever, I don't want to be having to edit that out, and I wouldn't be putting anything forward with my children's voices on there or whatever, because trolls are trolls, and we know what they do with material of kids or whatever. Pure nonsense shit goes on around this fucking pootube, like. So yeah, massive respect to Triller for that. I am going to premiere it. I would premiere Easy's if he lets me have the link or whatever, but if you don't want it, that's up to him. You know, it's not an issue to me. I see Ghost had to delete the live that he did where myself and Wendy ended up having to tag team him or whatever. Not just him, Khan and all the other degenerates, Dookie and all these other fucking clowns. So that was predicted anyway, that it would have to delete that. The fact that it shows the shit that he did, I've actually ordered on a previous video which I've not put out around that, so I won't bother going into it much. I'll probably release that video before I release this video. So yeah, quite an interesting day, entertaining regardless. Now, like I say, with this Moon situation, I just called it out for what it was at the time. I think everything I said at the time, Jupiter has pretty much confirmed today or whatever. So yeah, now I did offer up as a token of peace, if you like, to Jupiter the funny video between Luke and Cat Shagger or whatever, but somebody said it's strike worthy or something, I don't know, so she didn't want to play it on hers, which is fair enough or whatever. I have obviously heard it on mine. I couldn't give a fuck about channels, they're nothing, they're free, and time to time you're going to get strikes, you're going to get a channel removed or whatever. That's why you have a couple of channels together or whatever, so when one falls you can just pick up where you left off on the next channel. But Jupiter didn't want to play it or whatever regardless, but the gesture was there regardless, so we'll see where we move forward to. To me, we haven't got enough time for silly games, YouTube drama bullshit, and if people are cutting out the wrong uns or whatever, whether it be late in the day or not, better late than never, innit? So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Hope everyone's good, look after each other, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.